Luxury makeup, it's like couture. Nobody needs it, but it inspires and it elevates. Hello! I am so excited for today's video because we're going to be getting ready together and I will be using some of my most luxurious products from my collection. And yes, that includes the brand new Louis Vuitton. Now, let's be clear. I am not here to be defensive nor dismissive, okay? Luxury beauty has always been polarizing. But for me, it's about celebrating the artistry, the creatives behind it, and the overall experience. This launch, in my humble opinion, because I'm allowed to have one, I feel is special. And I want to sit down today and share the art of it with you. I want to share the little details and enjoy new makeup. And I figured what better way than to just throw it in and incorporate it into what I've already got, what I really enjoy using. So let's sit down and play with some beautiful things and see how this Louis Vuitton Beauty incorporates in this world of luxury beauty. Let's hydrate and begin. Let's start off with a bit of skin prep. Pure Rose Water. Now this is something I've used for years, I've shared with you for years, and I've loved for years. I cannot be without her. No ma'am. I always have to have her. This is one of the best. It's just a facial mist, okay? She's got a pretty price tag on her. Yes, everything does in this luxury world of beauty. But it's not until you've used this that you realize it's not just a facial mist. It's actual rose essence. These are harvested at a particular time. It comes from the best of the best. It refreshes, it hydrates, it's multifunctional. You can use it to prep, like we are today. You can use it to refresh. You can use it on the go. You can use it when you need a moment. Sometimes if I don't want to mess up my hair, I'll spray it directly into my hands and press it into the skin. And it does so beautifully. Have you ever taken a bath in rose petals? Something you'll notice when you get out is how you feel, how your skin looks. This is that in a spray. Let's prime the skin. This is Sisley's Double Tenseur. This is an amazing primer, hands down. You've heard about this for years. This is nothing new, and you wonder why. I have had many people over the years gawk. Oh, I would never. Look at them now. It's their favorite primer. It's the best. This is a primer that you can find in makeup artist kits, and it has been in there for years. This is not just a makeup primer. This is a high quality skincare product that doubles as primer. This is something you can use alone. This is something you use with your makeup. This makes everything look more polished and put together, prolongs your makeup. You're getting amazing skincare. It grips your makeup, it smooths your skin, it hydrates. It feels amazing. This is one of those things that once you try it, you get it. This is like a pair of Spanx, but for your face, in the most luxurious way. It's the tack. Now you see, when you have tack as primer, you know that that's gonna hold on to your makeup all day. I can't go a day without it. I can't go a moment without it. I always have to have some hydration on my lips. Now this is Sisley's Nutritive Lip Balm. This is rich, it's long lasting, it's hydrating. It's a beautiful product. And honestly, this little pot, it lasts. It lasts a long time. So you totally get your money's worth with this one. It's thick, it's cushiony, it's hydrating, and it just works. For foundation today, I will be going in with my La Prairie. This is, my goodness. I mean, hello. This is so very well loved. I am over halfway, okay? This is incredible. This, to me, it's not just makeup. This comes with a luxury skincare DNA. This has Caviar. Ooh la la. And most people hear that and they're like, okay, and no. This is an experience through and through, okay? This is like a skin treatment while you're wearing it all day as your foundation. Gives beautiful coverage, beautiful finish, wears amazing on the skin. It does also come with a concealer. Personally, I don't love it for concealer. I more so use it to kind of spot correct and then put the foundation over top and chef's kiss. Ah, amazing. I have seen people rave and on and on and on about this foundation. And then we have Louis Vuitton stepping into the game and it's like a whole shift. That's where I feel the conversation gets inconsistent because at the end of the day, luxury beauty has always been expensive. For me, this La Prairie foundation has been one of the few luxury foundations that actually delivers what it promises. Beautiful skin, long wear, skincare benefits. It's indulgent, but I've repurchased it, so clearly I think it's earned its spot. Think of the La Prairie foundation the way I think of a designer handbag. There are plenty of great options at lower prices, but if you love luxury and craftsmanship, you buy it for the experience as much as the wear. And that's exactly how Louis Vuitton has positioned their beauty line. Now, I know for some people this is just obnoxious, insane money for a foundation. For others, it's just their everyday splurge. And honestly, that's the world of luxury beauty. That's kind of the world in general. Concealer. I'm going to be going in with this gem. Another skincare. At my age, everything's about skincare. This is from Chanel. This is from the Sublimage, which nice, beautiful skincare. This is the Correcteur Yeux. This is their concealer. I have 3 of these. I have 3 colors because, so good. And I have the foundation too. Amazing. So I'm going to mix these 2 shades for concealer. This is so creamy, so hydrating. Again, this is from the Sublimage line from Chanel. And as you can see here, look at this gorgeous formula. You can just see texture. So good. And with this, you are definitely paying for the luxury formula. So I go in with my little spatula and just spread a nice little layer. It's literally skincare and concealer all in one. I use this when I want my under eyes to look fresh, radiant, all while not feeling heavy or looking heavy. Hello, hydrated under eyes. Now to set, I'm going to be going in with the La Prairie Skin Caviar Loose Powder. It sets and smooths the skin beautifully, and like the foundation, it's caviar infused. I love this for how fine and silky it is. It never looks powdery. For the rest of my face, I'm going to go in with this. This is newer to my collection. It's the Dior Forever Nude Radiant Filter. This is literally a setting powder. I know it looks scary, but this is just a setting powder that blurs, sets, and illuminates the skin. Remember when I said that I love that these products do not leave me looking powdery? All right, the moment we've all been waiting for. Hold on, let me make my bag pretty. The moment we've all been waiting for. Dun, dun, dun. Bags and bags here. It's really cute the way they packaged everything. Can I just tell you that there was one thing I really, really wanted? It was one of the little small leather goods. It's a lipstick case, but that's not how I would use it. But I just love the size, the color, and it's epi leather, so it's nicer, like so much nicer. Really, really cute products. Anyways, we got samples, and here is our first product. This is the Lip Balm. Look at those details. Oh yes, all these little details. And here is the shade that I got. And then on the actual component, the details continue. Nothing was spared. Open here, nice and easy to reveal the balm. And then even more in there, okay? So what's great is if you prefer this packaging, the lipsticks too, the refills, you can put them in here as well. Look at the pretty details. Ooh. Now down below, you're gonna notice there is no sticker. And that is intentional. Up top, you have the little peekaboo, which I think is awesome. This is the magnetic portion that goes in to your component. Now, hey, do I just want to buy this? You can't. It's not going to turn up because you need a magnetic little thing. And there you go. Yes. You can feel the quality and construction on this component. It's beautiful. You get this as well to go with your lip products. It's a little sleeve, if you will. There we go. Now, if you happen to be able to find a location that carries the makeup or a pop-up, it's going to be like your any other Louis Vuitton experience. You have to wait for an associate, and they walk you through. It's an experience. So, that's the Baume. Next is this bad boy. This little troublemaker. The eyeshadow palette. And made in France, 6-month shelf life. You have the monogram print. Let's dun, 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 dun. Here she is. Here's what's making all the ruckus. This is what all the ruckus is about. Nice. So this shade is 250 Nude Mirage. The intention is you buy one lipstick or balm component and you buy refills. You buy one palette component, you buy refills. This is the first shade that I went with. I personally really can appreciate how these colors you can see were created with intention. They're created for your makeup lovers because they do have like the blue and the one with the nice pretty green. You have little pops of color, but everything is along the lines of you can wear this. You're not going to feel too overly intimidated where it's like non-wearable colors. Oh my goodness, what is that? The color stories that were chosen for these quads was, you could tell, very intentional. And I love, this is giving me my fix. This is giving me my wearable everyday fix. This is a beautiful color story. Now, of course, on the back here, you have this little button. And when you press it, that lifts up. And that is how you will be able to interchange your palettes, your quads. Ooh. I'll tell you, all the finishes, everything feels very luxe, very nice. Is it overly heavy where you're like, you know, you could hurt someone? Maybe. This is the reason I wore these earrings today. Also get a sleeve for your palette. And this contains 2 brushes. That looks pretty cool. So there's that. Yeah, there's more. I bought a refill. That is the packaging for the refill. Down at the bottom is where you'll be able to find the name of your refill. So, listen, I'm a girl that loves pink, okay? And also the blue and the green were sold out, so. And the other pink was sold out too, so. Yeah. This is pretty. Oh my goodness. It's encased in this little plastic. All right, let's swatch, starting with the Baume. Ooh, that's what I was hoping for. A nice, pretty, easy, everyday kind of shade. I built it up a bit here. It's a bomb. Okay, it's a bomb. I definitely wanted to purchase something that I knew I would want to reach for and want to use. And then we'd go from there, yeah. Now let's swatch the eyeshadows. All of them feel very smooth and creamy to the touch. Look at that. I'm getting satin, and then this one is a matte. Okay. So, very pretty. Very practical color story right here. This is an everyday. Listen, at that price point, it needs to be. I went with these colors because I wanted to be able to use them on the face too. You guys see me share that with you all the time where I use eyeshadow on the face so that we can get our money's worth. So we'll try some of these shadows on the face too. That's kind of why I stopped where we are so we could kind of see how that goes. Okay, let's swatch the refill. I tell you, so far touching them, nice and smooth and creamy to the touch. I will say this one, this special shade, it had a little texture to it, but not in a bad way. This is so my vibe. I love these pinks. How gorgeous. Look at this. Yeah. 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 All right, I'm gonna swatch these right here beside. And they're different enough to warrant wanting both. Smooth, pigmented. They're speaking for themselves, really. Plenty of times I've shared eyeshadow on the face just to get our money's worth and really enjoy the product. And hey, sometimes, honestly, with me, I feel lazy and I just want to use what I have in my hand. I don't feel like getting a bunch of stuff. So let's try out the shadows on the face. It's makeup. You can be creative. You can do what you want. So I'm going to go into this shade right here. Ooh, that's pigmented. Wow. I'm going to tap, tap, tap. I'm going to have my bronzer brush on standby because, yes, I'm going to use that for bronzer. We're using that shade as bronzer. Going in very, 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 very light-handed. Use that to diffuse it because, yeah. Hello. Very light layer. Now, I'm going to dare take my bronzer brush. This is OG Wayne Goss, number 11. So I'm going to take it. I'm going to tap right into that eyeshadow. But, you know, it's eyeshadow, so we're going to tap the excess and build this up on the face. Yep. That's cute. That could work. Look at that. That's beautiful. That could work. So we're going to keep that same energy. And we're going to go in, tap the excess. Yes, nice and soft. Hello. I'm going to get my money's worth. I'm going to use these up. Look at that. Nice. Let's tap back in, tap the excess, and just lightly build. Lightly build. Remember, this is eyeshadow, so it's gonna be way more pigmented. Okay, intentionally, because it's eyeshadow. You could literally create your full face. Ah, yes. Ah, yes. Look at that. Would you look at that? For blush, let's go into the other palette. Now I'm going to go into the only matte, which is this one right here, and it's swatched like that. It's a very light, soft pink. This is an F5 from Wayne Goss. Pick that up, pack that on my brush. Just remember it's eyeshadow, so don't go too heavy-handed. Oh, that's pretty. And I'll show you that as I'm picking up, I'm not getting a ton of kick up or anything like that, so that's nice. That is such a pretty pink, nice and soft. And this is a very airy brush, so it's definitely delivering that nice, soft, diffused. Come on, Louis Vuitton, we're ready for the blush, we're ready for bronzer, we're ready for it all. Let's keep them mad, yeah? Just kidding. I'm making trouble, okay? Just messing around, keeping it light-hearted because it's just makeup at the end of the day. And if you don't want to buy it, please don't feel pressured to. It's not that serious. Okay, we have so many other things to worry about in our lives. Yeah. I'm going to try this one for the highlight on this side, and then we'll try the other one. I'll use the same brush, just flip it around. So picking up. All right, let's go. Nice and light-handed, but I can totally see myself getting carried away with that one. Ooh, hello. Wow. Okay. So we've literally used this entire palette all over my face. So pretty. Okay, let's do this one now for the highlight, and I'm just going to use the same brush like I said and just flip it around to the other side. And I'm going to go into this shade right here. Hello. I like this is like kind of pinky. Look at these eyeshadows on the skin. You can already tell that these are going to be nice on the eyes. So pretty on the face. I'm so happy about that. Now, let's do some looks. Okay, so here's what we'll do. We'll do one look from this one on one eye and one look from this one on the other. Let's see. I have here a Sonia G Detailed Pro brush. It's like a nice big old fluffy brush. I'm going to go into this darkest shade and I will show you that we have a touch of kick up. Just a touch. Everything's okay. Everything's fine. It's eyeshadow. Tap the excess. And I am just going to very messily blend this because I want to use this as just like a little bit of depth on the eye, you know what I mean? Nice soft wash of depth. Okay, nice. Oh, hello, Monique. You have a mirror. Use it, will ya? Okay, and remember I went in with the concealer on my lid. That's nice. Blended in very easily, very nicely. Looking good. That dark shade's nice. I'm gonna try to use as many shades as possible for you, other than on the face, you know what I mean? Wayne Goss E4. Let's go into this shade right here. Nice. I'm going to pack this on the outermost portion. Well, not the outer, but outer part-esque of the eye. Not a lick of fallout. Thank you. Thank you very much. Just going to continue to build this up. I'm going to take the tip portion and bring this down right on the lower lash. I mean, while we're at it, you know what I mean? I'm going to clean this off on my Sigma switch. Pick up this shade right here. I'm going to place this on the beginning portion. Going on so easy. Very, don't even have to try too hard kind of shades, you know? Now where the two colors meet, I'm going to pat So we get a soft blend. No harsh lines, baby. Nice. Cleaning off on my Sigma switch into the lightest shade. I don't think we've used this yet, so I'm just going to pack that. Tap the excess right on the beginning, inner corner, and then bring it in. You know my style. I love a nice bright inner corner. Clean off the brush and just pat right here where these colors meet. So we have that effortless diffused blend. And hey, tap in back to that color and let's kind of perfect it. It's doing so beautifully. Just, I want to kind of put a little extra down below. I'm going to focus it on the outer portion. Shadows look beautiful on the lid. Really nothing to complain about. And I didn't have any fallout. Smooth, blended nicely, very easily. I'm just going to let the product speak for itself. Let's do mascara. This is the Sisley So Intense. The wand, it's not that it's similar to the Prada, but it's kind of like that weird kind of wand, you know? This is an outstanding formula. It conditions your lashes while giving them definition. So let me put a couple of coats of this and finish up this look. Here's what the palette looks like after we've used her. She still looks pretty good, okay? But she looks like an eyeshadow that got used. And remember, we use this on the face too, so. And then here is the eye look. Very pretty, very soft, you can do whatever you want. Looks good, you know? And now moving on, I'm really excited I love pink, so I'm excited for this eyeshadow palette. I'm gonna start, I'm gonna work a little backwards here. I'm gonna start with this lightest shade. Pack that on the brush, and yeah, not really much kick up or anything, it's just an eyeshadow. All right, so this I'm gonna focus right on the inner corner, and I'm going to bring that up and in. I will say the shadows are smooth, they're going on very easily, and no fallout, so they're adhering very well. The Detail Pro, the big old fluffy brush, and go into the matte shade, the one we used as blush. I'm going to pick that up. You know, for a matte, you know, it's not too bad. I mean, get a little bit of kick up there. But, I mean, hello. It's eyeshadow. At this point, you're going to be nitpicky about that. But it's not overly, like, hiccup everywhere. You know what I mean? Blend, and we'll go back and we'll build to where I get to where I want to go. I love a good pink, soft eye look. Could wear those every single day. It's my favorite. Said that for years. We know this. Nice and soft and diffused. Thank you. I like that. Let's go into this shade. This one's a little bit darker than this one, the special shade. Oh, that special shade is so pretty. But there we go. I'm gonna place this on the lid. Very pretty. I've gone back in. Let's build that up a bit. That's very pretty. Look at that. I love how creamy, going on the lid's easy. Smooth formula. Solid formula. We'll say that. All right, cleaning that brush off, and you know how excited I am about that special shade, so we must. This was the only shade of both palettes. This shade was the only one that had a little texture to it. But once you kind of move the finger around and swatch it, it was smooth, but noted, okay? All right, let's pick it up. Of the shadows, this is the only one I would be a little concerned about as far as like fallout. I want to try this with my finger because I feel like I'm not getting as much as I want of it. with the brush. I mean, it's fine, but you know what I mean? I feel like I would get more with my finger, more payoff. Because I feel like with the brush, it's soft. Oh, look at that. Okay, we're going to go with the finger. Look how pretty the shifts. Look how pretty that is. Okay, here we go. And I have nails. I'm just going to pat that. I'll go back in with the brush and perfect it, but yeah. Hi. I like pink eyeshadow a lot. I'll go back into that lightest shade. Just to perfect. Pat where these meet. Like I figured, just based on touching that shade, I have like 3 specks of fallout down here, but it's fine. For the under eye on this side, I'm going to go into just a little here. Just to tie it all together on the outer portion, you know? Not too much because I want to leave that the way that is. I love how different these are. I can justify having both. I'll finish it up with some mascara. Feels so pretty. These eye looks, both of them, turned out so very pretty, very elegant, very beautiful, very easy. The quality of the shadows is very nice. I see no issues at all whatsoever. Beautiful formula. They went on the lids very easily, blended nicely. You weren't there picking up and building, and you weren't there, you know, packing and packing. Look at these colors. These are ideal for me. These are colors I use all the time. And now even more because I invested. I'm gonna use them. I also really love I was able to use them on the face. I'm gonna go in with my House of Sillage lip liner. Clearly this is a favorite. These have like a sweet minty type of scent to them. This is not as hydrating as I was expecting. It's nice, but as someone with chronic dry lips, this is not as, you know, Baume. You're thinking nourishment, hydration. I'm not getting that. See, like you can still, it's not even giving like a lot of shine. Yeah, even in the swatch, I mean, it's nice. In this, hold on, okay, going. This Baume is not giving me hydration. I went with Baume because I figured, you know, I got dry lips. Packaging is great. Color's pretty. I'm actually a little... I like this color. This is like ideal for every day. But again, it's not giving me that hydration. And you could see there's not a lot of gloss. The lines in my lips kind of look emphasized. Noted. Here's the finished look. It's beautiful. Plain and simple. It was a pleasure using products. The Baume. It's not what I was expecting. It glides, it applies like a balm and all that. It's comfortable, it's not sticky, but it doesn't feel hydrating. I was looking for like a that's why I always go with balms or glossy products, because, or glosses in general, because you could see for yourself, okay? The eyeshadows. I'm very happy with the colors I went with. I'm good for now. Keyword for now. Because listen, they're not done. Louis Vuitton is not done. There will be more. And all this outrage, but everything's sold out. This is comparable to a piece of jewelry. This is something, look back at vintage makeup compacts. The craftsmanship that used to go into things like that. I mean, I have just this right here. I just grabbed it. It's right there. This is nice. I think back to like the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, where you could have something like this to house your little slim cigarettes, you know, your little poof, little rouge, if you will. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm looking at this product. That's how I'm looking at this, like a piece of art. There's no plastic. The only plastic was this thing, okay? But everything was nice quality materials, all metals, you know what I'm saying? And you can feel it, you can see it. So to see and to hear a lot of people on and on about, oh, it could have been this, it should have been. Really? Really? Okay. Hey, I respect everyone's opinions, thoughts, all of that. But I'm just saying, I think it's gorgeous. I could totally see them doing more next time. And then, you know, who knows what they'll come up with to put on this to make it cost even more. Hearing feedback, seeing comments, and just kind of staying on the outside looking in. This is the equivalent of when the Louis Vuitton, you know, Christian Louboutin Beauty, when that launched, when he was so outlandish for charging $105 for lipsticks. That's why I stuck them all right there. Because they are now, and even here in my beauty room, I'll show you, I use them as art. Because while as the makeup, it's fine. We're done. I used the majority of it up. I enjoyed it to the fullest because those formulas were outstanding. This is reminding me of that. Everyone's up in arms about it. You know what I mean? But the compact, honestly, it's art as it is makeup. It's beautiful. We have a sample of the lipstick, so let's try that. Because the Baume, oh my goodness, the Baume did not deliver what I was expecting. Let's try Monogram Rouge. That's a pretty color. It's nice and bold. Let's see. Ooh. Look how nice and creamy that looks. You saw how crusty and dusty. Ooh. Look how pretty that is. Monogram Rouge is a satin. Yeah, satin formula is fantastic. That is so pretty. Oh my gosh. I am like, wow. I find it interesting that the satin feels more hydrating than the Baume. I just finished dinner. Drinking Saratoga. And I had a ribeye. I 100% stand by my previous statement where I said that the satin lipstick is more comfortable than the Baume. And now after eating, drinking, end of the day, full day wear, even more. The fade. Look at that fade. Looks so good. My lips still feel nourished. Like, what? And then here's the eyeshadows. They held up great. And on the face. Listen, I'm just letting the product speak for itself. Obviously, I'm quite content, quite happy with my experience. Don't love the Baume, love the eyeshadows, love the experience through and through. I'm very much going to try to grab a satin lipstick and see how that goes. But at the end of the day, luxury beauty is something that you choose. Nobody is telling you you have to buy these things, and nobody's saying you need them. But just like fashion, handbags, jewelry, it's about the experience. It's about the heritage. And yes, sometimes it's about having something beautifully made. For decades, people have paid for the combination of artistry and quality when it comes to luxury beauty. And I don't really see that changing. I just find it so interesting now that this has sparked so much of that conversation when it's been going on all along. My intention is never to misunderstand anyone's perspective. I respect everyone's opinion as I expect the same for me. I think it's completely out of line to go to people and say, don't buy that, or you're this, or you're that, you're integrity. So if this is not for you, that's fine. That's okay. I am just here to share so you can see it in action. Let a product speak for itself. Hang out with me and my charming personality. But if this is for you and you're interested and you're excited about it, you should be able to enjoy it without apology. I enjoy these eyeshadows without apology, and I enjoy the Baume without apology too. But it's kind of like not what I was expecting as far as like hydration and all of that, but it doesn't take away from the experience that I've had with it. Live your life. Enjoy and indulge in the things that you love, and do not let the noise take away from your joy. To my luxury lovers, thank you so much for being here, for understanding this space, and for supporting me the way that you do. I appreciate you. All of you. And hey, if you hate this and you think it's stupid, that's fine too. Let's talk about it. That's fine. This was fun. I hope it was helpful. I hope that if you were curious about any of these products, I gave you a little bit more detail, you know, all the things. But of course, let's talk about it. All of it. Comment down below. Stay beautiful, guys. I will see you very, very soon.